Occurred, the 12th of September 2003, 0000 location, Brazil, in shape, circle duration, 2 minutes. It was right above the treetops, not moving. From my view it looked like it had red lights going all the way around it. I started driving away, and about 4 miles up the road I could see it floating slowly to the southeast. The scary part was it looked to be about half the size of a football field from the way the lights were spread out. Thank you for your time.
Occurred, October 18, 2005, 6:50. Entered as October 18, 2005, 6:50. Reported, October 18, 2005, 5:10. 43 p.m. Location, Brazil. In shape, circle duration, 10 minutes. There were aircraft in the vicinity or aircraft chasing the object. Red object formed out of a yellow one, then they joined again. The first craft hovered for a while. It was yellow. Then a small, red and yellow craft came out of it. It looked around for a while the larger craft moved a little. The little craft flew back to the big craft, and the larger craft sped off. NUFORC note, student report. Possible hoax.
Occurred, the 8th of August 2009, 2100 location, Brazil, in shape, light duration, 25 seconds. Characteristics. There was an aura or haze around the object. Vanishing star over Brazil, Indiana. I was at a family event when I stepped outside to have a cigarette. It was about 9 o'clock, not quite dark. I looked up to see if any stars were out. I didn't see any. Looked again 2 seconds later and saw what I thought was 2 stars, one dim and one very bright, brighter than Jupiter. The bright one started moving south and upward very slow until it vanished. I've never seen anything like it. The whole thing lasted about 25 seconds.
Occurred, May 14, 2010, 2200 location, Brazil, in shape, triangle duration, 3 hours. 3 friends spot giant light UFO that lingered for 4 hours. Me and 2 other friends were recording some music yesterday evening and the night was going well. When we decided to pack up for the night, I had noticed a huge light in the sky about the house across the street. I could see it through the tops of the trees. It was magnificent, lower than usual flying heights of airplanes, which could be seen in other parts of the sky. This object clearly wasn't one. I told my friend who was still packing up their things that I thought there was a UFO in the sky. They thought I was stupid. I got them to come outside and take a look. It was still in the same spot. It was massive in size. Maybe as big as 6 to 7 B-52 bombers. The object illuminated and de-illuminated several times. We were in awe. I turned around and said, "Okay guys, let's get this stuff packed up so you guys can get home." We turned away from the object. I started walking. I turned around for one more glimpse and the object was gone, only to appear on the other side of the sky in less than 4 to 5 seconds. It did this 3 times and speeds nearly 1,000 to 2,500 miles per hour, maybe faster. We watched as 2 more objects a lot further away began to make a cluster and then they went behind the clouds. One friend went home after that, but me and my friend watched this object from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. With its amazing movements and turns, capable of lowering itself, and raising itself, and stopping nearly on the dot, no movement whatsoever. I truly believe in UFOs now, and I'm so sure it was a UFO. I would take a lie detector polygraph test to prove it. So would my other 2 friends.
Occurred, the 4th of December 2011, 2200 location, Brazil, in shape, unknown duration, approx 4 hours. Brazil, Indiana, April 12, 2011. Observers: 3 people in Brazil, in 1 person in Terre Haute, Indiana, neighboring town, 1 person in Brazil, in different part of town. 10 p.m. Sighting began with only 1 object, in the east sky, not sure of the shape due to distance. It had different colored lights on it and was very obviously not a star. The object had very bright blue lights on it. It began as a stationary object. It moved in a few different directions, dart to the left or right, then halt, move in zigzags. Every once in a while, it seemed like it was pulsating light, almost like a heartbeat. Then, still seeing that object, we noticed a smaller, much more dim light appear and they started heading towards each other. They looked like they were going to collide. But, when they collided, the blue one came to a complete stop. No slowing down, just an immediate stop. And the small one was gone, we never saw it again. Throughout the night we encountered a couple of stars that would take a U-turn and seem to disappear into the universe. 2 a.m. By this time, we were seeing at least 3 large ones, like the blue one that had been moving all night. The 3 big ones formed a perfect triangle, at a distance from each other. There was a blue, an orange, and a white. Every once in a while, they would do the same thing with the colliding star from different directions. We also noticed there was a large amount of airplanes in the area. We would see at least 3 in the sky at a time flying close to the objects. The planes came from all different directions and the number of them increased as the number of moving UFOs was rising. A plane seemed to get really close to the top white object, and very quickly it shot a very short distance toward the plane, and you could see a tail on it almost. It looked like it was threatening the plane. We could see sometimes other things moving and appearing, disappearing. Things we also saw included helicopter-like objects. They looked like a helicopter, maybe. There was 3 spotted at this time. Eventually, the blue and orange objects were out of sight completely. At that point, about 1 a.m., everything stopped moving. Or at least it looked like it to us. There were still a few planes in the area. 2 a.m., one more star seems to move sporadically, and yes, it is another object. It was blue also but moved out of sight quickly, in a different part of the sky from the others. Then, another helicopter goes by. We see nothing else after this. NUFORC note. Witness elects to remain totally anonymous, provides no contact information. PDNUFORC note. Possible sightings of satellites, we wonder. PD.
Occurred, the 12th of April 2011, 2300 location, Brazil, in shape, sphere duration, hour 3 objects. One looked very bluish colored but changing in color too. I was driving along the road and seen it pass by a star, so I pulled over. I was with my friend Chels and she seen it too. A nearby tree was blocking some view of the sky, but then another object came from the blocked area and into view. It was more orangish in color. It moved and hovered. They all did for a long time before they were out of sight. I was on the phone telling my friend in Terre Haute about it and he got his mom to look outside too. They could see it better than me. All I know is I posted a report about something just like this a year ago, and the same month. Which is odd, this site listed it as a student report, or a hoax. Believe me, I'm not kidding. I know what I saw.
Occurred, the 4th of July 2011, 2200 location, Brazil, in shape, oval duration. 30 minutes I was in the middle of my town with 2 friends watching the fireworks from the park like every year, and we seen orange sphere-shaped craft almost in like a formation. They would get bright and fade till you couldn't see them and then flare back up.
Occurred, October 21, 2012, 2138 location, Brazil, in shape, circle duration. Ongoing, the object changed color, a small circular object with oscillating lights that has been seen within the span of 2 days. The craft was a small, circular shape that stayed in the same place for 2 days now. The object has lights that oscillate and move in an irregular pattern. Only seen at night, so there is a black background. The object moves in very irregular patterns but stays in the same general position in the night sky. 5 persons have seen the object in the night sky within the 2-day period.
Occurred, June 17, 2014, 043 location, Brazil, in shape, triangle duration, 2 hours flying in almost a firefly-type pattern. Several of them making very strange maneuvering patterns and at times, also appear to be hovering beside each other. Can hear what I describe as a rushing river, like sound coming from the sky.
Occurred, July 29, 2013, 2350 location, Bowling Green, in shape, fireball duration, 3 minutes characteristics. The object changed color. Fireball in rural Indiana. Orange and light red appeared to flicker and was slow moving across sky. Right to left also would be south to north straight line, then stopped for about 20 seconds and rapidly faded while moving away from us. No way it was a plane, and direction it moved in was strange as it stopped then changed directions and faded in the distance. NUFORC note. Witness elects to remain totally anonymous, provides no contact information. PD